Hi there, welcome to another edition of Witchfinder's Gaming Vault, and in this video I'm going to be looking at a Mega Drive, or more specifically Genesis game, Task Force Harrier EX, or Task Force Harrier X, you might pronounce it. Let's take a look at the fact file for this one. And Task Force Harrier EX was released in 1991, although it's based on a 1989 arcade game. The game was only released in the US and Japan, so there's no PAL version, and I'll be looking at the US Genesis release. It was published by Traco and developed by Jorodan, and the price I paid for it was £9.54. That's for a box copy but with no instructions. And the current going rate for a box complete copy on eBay is £60 plus, so quite a rare game, or at least an expensive one to get hold of these days. As always in these videos, I'll begin by looking at the packaging, but I do just want to mention that this is the first video I'm doing using a new headset that I've recently bought, and I haven't really tested it out that much. This video is the test for it. It is based on reviews, supposed to be much better than the one I used before, but we'll see. I've had that experience before where it hasn't quite been as good as previous ones, so we'll find out soon enough. If it does turn out to be a bit rubbish, then I'll probably switch back to the other one that I've got. So anyway, here's the packaging for the game, and it's got the Task Force Harrier X logo at the top, very basic looking, especially the Task Force bit just in a red font. You can see it's an 8 meg cartridge. We've got a picture of a plane, which is presumably the Task Force Harrier, and some explosions. Lots of stuff at the bottom there, the Genesis logo, Sega logo, Traco logo, and also an offer for a free subscription to Electronic Gaming Monthly. See details inside. Well, we won't be seeing those details because, as I mentioned, I don't have the instructions. Anyway, so the spine, again, pretty boring. It's just a black background, Traco logo, Genesis logo, and the logo for the game. I assume the original game, by the way, in the arcade was just called Task Force Harrier, and this EX it refers specifically to the Mega Drive or Genesis version. The nice thing at the Top Gun in, you can see where they stole that design from straight away. And then there's 3 screenshots which I suspect are the arcade version based on the colours and also the sort of quality of the graphics, although they are very zoomed in. So it's got some screenshots. It's obviously an overhead view, horizontally scrolling shooter by the looks of it. This is full-blown kick-butt action. Think in your history, it says there. And the overview of the game says, what do you do when friendly skies turn mean? Rip through the unfriendly territory, duck and roll in a deadly round of air tag with a squadron of hungry enemy choppers. Make the right choice and live to finish the mission. Screw it up and get blasted into next week. And it goes on to tell you lots of superlatives about intense, non-stop, heavy-barreled, turbo-bladed assault, demolish enemies' bunkers, etc., etc. Strap in, power up, and blast off on an incredible 8 meg mission to gun down the bad guys. And at the bottom it says, that's right, bud. Fly with Task Force Harrier EX and score a free subscription to Electronic Gaming Monthly. That's super value, free for one of the hottest video game mags on the stand. Yeah, so it's a very American style packaging, it has to be said. So as I said, I've got no instructions, so let's just take a quick look at the cartridge. There it is, very similar design to the cover of the inlay or the box. Yeah, it's just got the logo on the top there and the same picture and the Genesis logo. So that's pretty much it. Let's put this cartridge into the Mega Drive and play the game. Okay, so here's the title screen for the game. You can see some copyright information there, and it's gone into a introductory cutscene thing. There you go. Here's the background for the game. After years of hiding, an underground group of radical communists surface to reclaim their dream of world domination. Is that a communist dream? I'm not sure. Their actions seriously threaten world peace. DEFCON 2 is declared, blah blah blah. Called on Falcon to fly in a cool rising tension. Okay, flying and cool rising tension. Okay, and then something else happened and I wasn't keeping up with the text there. Here's a guy waggling his stick between his legs in his plane. He's ready to go. And there's a lady seeing him off with a salute there. Pretty nice graphics, to be fair, for this introductory sequence. There's nice music in the background as well. I feel like you should probably get on with it now. That scene could have been played like 2 scenes earlier, really. There you go. She's saluting him, he's waving. Away they go. Or he goes. Okay, and we're back to the start. So we've got start or config, so let's have a look at the config options. So we've got 3 difficulty levels, easy, normal or hard. Stick with normal. Number of players, you can have up to 5. Let's give myself 3. Rapid fire is on, that's nice, so you can have rapid fire, background music, sound tests, the usual stuff. Also controls, got fire, formation and super bomb. I'll just leave those as they are, I think. And let's get the game started. Very basic arcade style title screen. It was an arcade game, so that's fair enough. So let's get on with it. Okay, introduction thing, introducing you to the lady. The Harrier 5 is still in testing. Evasive tactics are advisable. Strike zone, frontline forts, target something. And some images of the plane there as well. And now the game begins. Commence operations, it says. So as you can see, horizontally scrolling shooter. I'm a plane. Lots of planes are trying to kill me. I'm going to shoot them. As I said, you can hold down the A button to auto fire, so that's nice. Not going to get thumb ache for this one. You fire bullets, but also bombs at the ground, so you can bomb ground targets. That's not a separate button, so that makes life easy as well. So thumbs up for the controls for being nice and simple. What you've probably already noticed is there's a lot of grey. Avoid that. There's an awful lot of grey in this game. At the moment we've got grey landscape with grey enemies. I'm grey. Pretty much everything's grey, so that's not great. It's grey, but it's not great because the Mega Drive's capable of better than that. I don't know what the arcade game looked like. I've never played it, but if it had this much grey, it would have been a bit depressing. Anyway, in the meantime, while I've been talking about all that greyness, I have picked up some power-ups, and one of those is giving you 2 wingmen. And if you press the B button, you can change the formation of those wingmen, so you can put them on the front and they actually act a bit like the Force in R-Type, where they'll block some shots, not all, but some. Just got a helicopter to get rid of here. If you saw, I think one of those bullets got me then, and it didn't get me. You have also got those smart bombs, so I'll just use one of those to demonstrate that such a thing exists. And also I picked up something that's made the shape of the bombs I'm dropping different. So instead of dropping them 3 across, it's now dropping them 4 in a row in a straight line in front of me, which I don't know if is necessarily that helpful, but there you go. I think this is the first end of the level boss. Again, you probably saw there I managed to dodge a bullet, so to speak, or absorb a bullet by the things on the front of the plane, so that's nice. Let's just, oh dear, that was stupid. I took my finger off the fire button really at the wrong time there. Yeah, I should have just kept shooting it instead of trying to blow it up with the smart bomb, really. Well, there you go, that's the first level completed. That was pretty easy. This mission is your first ground assault. Enemy infrared scans are very accurate. Supply for, yeah, some tanks to destroy. Let's get on with it. So this level 2, and once again, it's very grey, really grey. They've got some yellow tanks at least, and some slightly camouflaged ones that look very camouflaged on the grey background. So what's different here is you don't have the bombs dropping on the ground now. Everything's a ground-based target, and so you're just firing all your normal bullets at the ground instead. You can also blow buildings up on this level, as I've just done on that side. You don't crash into the buildings if you don't manage to blow them up. I've got a lot going on here, just give me a moment. So something's powering up to level 3, I think that must be my shots, but you don't get the wingmen on this level either. So there is a bit of variety in that it moves from one type of level to another, I guess. I mean, I've only played it a few times and I've got to level 3 before, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's a pretty generic scrolling shooter with a little bit of originality in the fact that it alters between 2 different levels. Yeah, these are the end of level boss tanks, which are quite powerful, and they do a spread of bullets, as you've just seen. You've got to be careful. This one looks like it's nearly gone because it's not shooting at me. You've got two triple spreads of bullets to dodge or not dodge in the case of what just happened to me there. Let's just hit another smart bomb, try and get rid of one of them. But yeah, you've really got to be keeping... Oh no, and I think that'll be game over. It will, but luckily it got some continues, so I'll continue. Go back to the start of the level. which was very easy until the point where the bosses turn up, and then it gets very hard. Not very hard, but harder. I feel like I've already used several euphemisms in this, or potentially racy use of words, saying things are hard and waggling joysticks and things like that, but there you go. So yeah, not much more to say about this. Again, lots of grey. They love grey, the developers or the graphical artists of this game. What I haven't talked about is graphics generally are pretty decent. They're just standard sort of graphics you get for these kind of games at this era. You know, it moves nicely, it scrolls nicely, not detected much slowdown, so that's good. It's music's alright as well, pretty generic again, and sound effects again, pretty generic. It's certainly not a standout shooter on the system, I would suggest. So this is all about dodging those bullets. So try and focus on one enemy and just keep an eye on the bullets for the other one. Doesn't help that then, oh there we go, I've got one of them, so that's good. Just get around here. This should make life easier now. I've only got to focus on one set of 3 bullets this time now. Ooh, I'm not actually doing any damage there. Got to get close to it, but then it fires some bullets at you. This actually doesn't seem too difficult now. Just watch out for a few stray ones from those tanks. Yeah, so the key is to really focus all your fire on one of the 2 tanks and avoid the bullets. Then it gets a lot easier. So there you go, second time around, didn't even lose a life on the second credit, and I'm on to level 3. Here she is again. Enemy there's enemy interference. Strong point 14. I don't know what that was. So basically, we're back to an aerial level, and there's a target again of some kind. She waved. How cute. And oh look, I've got my wingmen back. That's good news. Gonna spread them out wide for these enemies. At least the enemies are colourful, but again, it's just this game is like 50 Shades of Grey in terms of the backgrounds. They're pretty poor. Well, I mean, actually, they're drawn quite nicely, but why so much grey? I wonder if we're supposed to be basically over Russia, and they just thought Russia was all grey and white and bleak looking, which may be true. Oh, there goes the life. So things hot up a bit more now. Enemies don't vary too much, they're pretty similar to the first level. I think there's a few that are different, but they tend to swarm you a bit more. Those might be different. Oh no, I don't want that. I want them on the front, because then they offer a little bit of protection from some bullets, like I said. Got more of these blue planes. Oh look, a bit of blue in the background as well. Oh, where am I going here? Up for the river, which looks frozen. So I think the idea is this is supposed to be a snowy sort of area. But after 2 previous levels of all great, it's getting a bit dull. Yeah, so certainly got plenty of power-ups, pretty generous with the power-ups. When you lose a life, you don't lose all the power-ups, so that's nice. I think you probably level down, which is quite a common thing for a lot of Japanese games, shoot 'em ups, so, and probably shoot 'em ups for other countries as well. Oh, there goes another life. Power up again there. Yeah, so I think the numbers are power-ups for your ground attack weapon, and then the other ones are different kind of aerial weapons. Okay, so this is probably end of level time, is it? I'm not really sure. Ooh, that's a lot of bullets. Let's just blow them up. Oh, there you go, got rid of one, so. Ooh. Nope, it's another life gone. It's quite tricky. Oh, there we go. Use a smart bomb to get rid of all them. I guess that wasn't the end of level boss then. It's just going to leave me a bit underpowered for the next part of the game, I suspect. Yeah, here we go. So third boss. Ooh, yeah, well that was a terrible start. And that was game over. Okay, so what I'm going to do is continue again, try and get to that boss again, and play through a little bit more and see how far I can get. But you don't need to see me play through that level again, really, do you? It's that time again where I say thank you to all my channel members, whose names you can see here in my Supporters Hall of Fame. If you're enjoying this video and would like to join these fine folks and support my efforts, why not become a member yourself? For a monthly fee starting from just 99p, you can get access to the special membership perks shown on screen, and more besides. If you're interested, then please click on the join button below this video for more information. If you're not able to commit to a monthly contribution but would still like to support my channel, then you could also give a super thanks. This one-off donation gives you a highlighted comment on whichever video you choose to click the button on, and anyone doing this will also get a shout out from me on a subsequent video. The super thanks button can be found below every video I produce. So I'm getting towards the end of the level. I've already spent 1 credit and got nowhere, and it's these helicopters that are proving the real problem. So I'm going to try and dispose of them as quickly as possible. Homing missiles definitely seem to help, because they home. Oh, there goes another life. I've only got 1 life left, I think, now, so probably not going to get past that end of level boss. Yeah, these definitely... Oh, there you go. So, okay, I've got 1 life left. I need to make no mistakes against the end of level boss. If I don't get past it this time, I think I'm just going to give up. See if I can not get shot by those things that expelled out the first time. I've got these homing missiles, so hang on, I've also got some of those still. Whoa! So maybe the best approach is to concentrate on the... Oh, we've got auxiliary drone enemies coming at me now as well. I might be on something here with using the homing missiles rather than... oh, they're actually blocking the bullets as well, so this could be quite useful. But don't get killed by something random. Oh, and just as I said that, I got killed by something random. Okay, I have got 1 more credit left, but I've had enough of that game. It's pretty dull. Mission fault, game over. Yeah, it's not a very good game. It's a very generic shooter. The like of which there are at least probably 20 on the Megadrive, horizontally scrolling shooters that feature planes or spaceships with generic power-ups and generic enemies, and this one has the added bonus of using a lot of grey, shall we say. So I'm not going to keep it, I'm going to sell it, and I can probably make quite a bit of money on it actually, based on the current going rate on eBay. That's all I've got to say about it really. If you've got any thoughts about Task Force Harrier X or EX, however you want to describe it, then let me know in the video comments. And this would normally be the point where I would spin the wheel of names to pick a game to play next time around, but I'm not going to be doing that because next time around is a Members Choice Witchfinder's Gaming Vault video. One of my channel members is eligible to pick a game for me, and they have done, and I'll be playing that next time around. And if you want to find out what that is, well, you'll have to tune in next time, won't you? So until then, and other retro gaming videos in the meantime, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you.